In this video, we're going to be talking about advanced functionality. We're going to be looking at push notifications for your application. It's important to note there are several different ways to do this, and so we're going to look at an overview of this. Also to note, when you're using push notifications, you can only test them with live applications. So we're going to be talking about how to get started, different options, and how you can use them for your application. To begin, where can you find information of push notifications? If you go into your project and you go to the cog where it is settings and integrations, there you're going to be given several different options. If you scroll down under app settings, you have push notifications here, and then you can scroll down further and you can go to OneSignal as well. Now, push notifications, there's a process to do that, and there's documentation that walks you through what you need to do. And whatever you decide to do, you're going to need the Blaze plan. Now, that's going to allow you to do notifications. So you're going to have to sign up for that. Now, the thing is, when you're doing push notifications, that's one way to do it. But also, there is a third way as well, which is using custom code. After talking to different ones, different agencies, professionals, and looking at different options, right now, at this point in time, custom code has been shown to be the best for deliverability. But you can use the other version of push notifications to do it more in a no-code way with push notifications. There are several different factors when you're trying to deploy them. And to this point, there's just been some issues with it. Let's just be honest. So what's the other one and what we're talking about today? That's OneSignal. Now, why are we talking about OneSignal? Well, this allows you to do a lot of different things, not just do push notifications. You can do email, SMS, in-app messaging. You can do a host of things when you're using OneSignal. Now, OneSignal now has an integration with FlutterFlow, and you can send emails and SMS. But depending on when you're watching, this will soon be released for you to do push notifications as well. After talking to different members, talking to different agencies, even talking to people that is very close to the situation, what I would suggest is using OneSignal, because it's going to be all-in-one way to do this and be able to manage all of the different communication, no matter what kind of device, iOS or an Android device. So let's talk about how you can get started with this and prepare for this. Again, we're going to show you how you can enable this. So you first create a OneSignal account. Once you create it, you're going to sign in and you're going to create a new app. From there, you're going to be able to name the app. I'm going to name it Beta Chorus App 1717. And I'm going to leave it, what organization? I'm going to put it with Brand Factory. And I'm not going to set up these right now. I'm just going to say config. Oh, it says please select a platform. Okay. Let's select a platform. Then go from there. Okay. So now it says welcome. Here are the quick start guide. I'm going to complete this later. Okay, so right now I'm in the application, right? So if we go into Brand Factory, we go out one, we see two different ones. We're going to go to Beta Chorus App 1717. Here, we can then go to Settings, and then we have information about what kind of platforms we're going to use right there. But then we can go to Keys and IDs. From there, we can take the OneSignal app ID and the REST API key. We go into our project. We go into OneSignal, enable OneSignal. We're going to do app ID, put it in. Get the REST API, put it in. And then where it says user key, we're going to go to our profile picture right here. So we do OneSignal. We're going to do icon, app, account, and API keys. I'm going to scroll down. We're going to generate new user authentication key. This user, So your user authentication key is only shown one time. Generating a new one will disable your previous one. Do you want to create a new user authentication key? Yes. Create a new one. Going to think about its life for a moment. We now have it. Copy it over. Then we're going to deploy. It's going to wait for a moment to make sure that everything is correct. I'm looking at the errors, what we're getting. Okay, action not defined. One signal. Okay. So it's working on that. I'm going to go to the action not defined. It's referencing one, so I'm going to clear that out. We're good. One signal, function not deployed. We're going back. And we're going to just wait to see when this is going to be deployed. All right, it has been deployed. There we go, and we have that updated. Now, depending on what actions we want to do with one signal, using either the actions over here and adding them, we can see different actions if we want. Add, and then we can look up one signal, and we can have add user, delete user. We can do a couple different things right there. But again, there's more things coming online with one signal as it's being used, but it's going to be doing all of these different things. Push notification, email, and SMS. It's doing email and SMS right now. It's going to be doing push notifications, and it's going to be all in one system to be able to do this inside of FlutterFlow. Now, you might say, okay, well, I already have one signal right now. Can I use it? There is a possibility to use it right now by first integrating it right there, but also then going to custom code and then adding it into your application as well. Depends on your skill level as well. A lot of people that are skilled in Flutter, the language that FlutterFlow is built on, they will do that custom. They'll just use one signal. If you are not familiar how to use Flutter and you're using FlutterFlow because you are a no-coder or a low-coder, then you can either decide to use AI as an assistant or get other supplementary help to be able to do that as well. Now, the last thing that we want to talk about past the push notifications and the options there would be the privacy and security. Some people have questions on, is this right for me? Well, if you're using Firebase, and depending on what you're using, they will tell you the level of encryption. For Firebase services, it does encrypt data when using HTTPS and logically isolates customer data. Now, that's one thing that Firebase has. But also, if you're going to be using this for a very specific organization, country, all those things, and they might have very specific parameters that you have to follow, it's important that you look at terms of service and the details of the documentation that they provide for you to see what is the right level of security or what is needed for you. That's really important. Don't just assume that, okay, this is encrypted, it's fine. Look at the terms and condition. What are they looking for? And then going from there. Make sure you write down these details depending on the functionality, what you're looking for. Even push notifications. Why do you want push notifications? What's the outcome? What would you like to happen? What are the results that you're looking for? And then comparing is really important because a lot of people might say, well, I definitely need this for my app. You might need that for your use case, but you might not. It's important to have a hypothesis, test it out, and see if your organization, your customer, your user base, whatever it is, needs the functionality that you're creating with your application. I'll see you in the next video.
That was a short clip from the complete FlutterFlow developer course inside the No Code MBA membership area. Now, to get full access to this course and many other no-code tutorials, simply go to nocode.mba or click the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and share this video and subscribe for more tutorials like this.